We're joined now by the McSweeney's WHL Player of the Month for the month of December. He is Victoria Royals forward Bailey Peach. 29 points in 12 games for you, Bailey. Safe to say, after a season that saw you move across the country, you're certainly starting to feel comfortable on the West Coast.
Yeah, no, for sure. Anytime you hear something like that, it's great news. It's a pretty big accomplishment for me and my family and my teammates to get that one. So, yeah, it was a pretty big move moving across from the East Coast to the West Coast, but I think I've adjusted pretty well and just setting into my groove now, and it's been pretty good so far.
It kind of seems like your whole team's settled into a groove here, Bailey. 9-2-1 in the month of December. I want to go back to late November, though, a game against the Everett Silvertips in your building where you scored the overtime winner. Was that game maybe a bit of a turning point for your group, or at the very least a momentum booster?
Yeah, for sure. I think anytime you kind of beat a top team in this league, and it kind of builds momentum off that. So to get that win in overtime against them was a big momentum builder for our group and for our team. So I think anytime you beat one of those teams, it's always great for us. And to build off that, and we've just kind of been in a spot right now and just kept getting hot. And once you keep getting hot, it just goes up from there. So I think we've just been building off that the last couple of weeks, and it's been great so far.
Tell me a little bit about your group's ability to battle adversity as well, because we all know about the tough start to the season. We all know about the injuries that your team's had to deal with, up and down the lineup really since September. What does that say to you about the mental toughness of your group around you?
Yeah, no, it's great to always have that. I've been in junior for 5 years now, so to be able to have that in the dressing room is great. To battle adversity at the start of the season, we were into injury issues and stuff like that. So to be able to do that with this group is very special, and you can just tell this is a very special group and a tight group of guys that want to play every single night for each other and want to go out and fight. So to have that in the dressing room is unbelievable, and I couldn't be more proud of that dressing room, that's for sure.
As we speak right now, Bailey, you're 2 points off your career best in the CHL. You had 46 points a couple of seasons ago, 44 right now for the Royals with a career high 20 goals. Since coming to the Western League and coming to Victoria, what's maybe one thing about the league that surprised you about, just be it the level of play, the travel, you name it?
Definitely the travel's a lot different, a lot more bus rides, a lot more overnight stays, stuff like that. So recovery is a big part of it over here. For sure, I think the league's a lot faster, a lot more skilled and stuff like that. So there's a lot more time and space, I think out here. And there's a lot of great players as well, a lot of good skilled guys that can play. And it's great to be able to come out here and watch those guys play as well and be able to learn from them as an overager, so I can bring that into next year as well.
Everyone's talking about the Lacrosse Goal you scored against Vancouver last week. The second one we've seen in the WHL this season. Just take me through the process. Is that something that you guys work on in your bag of tricks, and in I guess the moments preceding it? Is it just a case of maybe seizing an opportunity that you saw when you were kind of standing behind the net there?
Yeah, not really. I think it was kind of just in the moment type of thing. I kind of had time behind the net, and I just said I might as well kind of try it. And lucky enough, it kind of flipped up on my stick in a good position, and I just kind of wrapped it in there. And lucky enough, it went in, and I was in shock as well as of everyone else too. So no, it's pretty cool to score that, and that's probably one of the best goals I've ever scored, and for sure I'll remember that one forever.
Before last week, when was the last time you had 7 points in a game?
Oh, I don't think never. I don't even think I did in Adam or Bantam or Pee Wee. So no, that was definitely a shocker. I think it's just one of those nights where everything's going right and the puck's just rolling and pucks are just going in and everything's just going right, like I said. So I think it's just one of those nights.
You mentioned your family off the top, Bailey, and I know your folks were able to make it out to Victoria for your 200th CHL game. Take me through, what that meant to you, and given the distance between you and them right now, how nice it was to be able to see them during the season and be able to have them share that moment with you.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's pretty special. They've always supported me growing up, and they still do. So they've been out to Victoria a couple times now, and for them to come out and be able to come out for my 200th game is pretty special. And then be able to score one in overtime for them is even better. So I couldn't thank them enough for what they've done, and they've been supporting me the whole way and supporting me again over on the West Coast. So I can't thank them enough.
What's the population of Falmouth, Nova Scotia?
Oh, it's not that big. It's a small little town. It's where the birthplace of hockey is from, but it's not a very big town, that's for sure.
Safe to say a lot of late nights out there right now with people following the Victoria Royals?
Yeah, for sure. A lot of my cousins and stuff like that. I know my parents stay up to watch the games late at night. So it's been late nights for them, and they're trying to stay awake for them. But they're always excited to watch the games back home from here.
You touched on next year, Acadia University. Reading, a little bit about you, that's kind of an area and a school that has been near and dear to you in years past as well. Take me through the decision-making process of choosing Acadia to begin your college education.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think I just grew up around there, and I'm good. Know the head coach very well, and he's always wanted the best for me. So I think my decision to go to that school was the best one, and I just kind of wanted to get that kind of done earlier on in the season. But also, I'm still looking at pro contracts and stuff like that. I'm still open to stuff like that. So, but no, like to be able to go to Acadia after this year as my 20-year-old year would be unbelievable, and to still play hockey and get a degree as well would be great. So yeah, I can't thank Acadia enough for the support they gave me and everything they've done for me so far.
Looking ahead to the second half of the season now, you guys we touched on the tough start, but you've clawed your way right back into the thick of things here in the BC division, Bailey. When you look at your group, I mean, playoff certainly has to be a goal for you. Take me through, what you guys have talked about since the break about, trying to build on some of that momentum and carrying it over into 2022 here.
Yeah, for sure. We want to kind of build off the start we kind of had in December and keep rolling off that. But I think for sure we're climbing into a playoff spot here, but there's still more to come. We got a couple more injuries now, but sure, once we have a full lineup, we'll be ready to go and determined to win these games and like we are now. So I mean, for sure we want to get up there around 5 or 4 placement, but we just go into every single game with our best and try to grind it out. So we're just trying to get better every single day, and that's all we can do.
My last one for you. The song came out a few years before you were born. I was a kid when the presidents of the United States of America released Peaches. Are you sick of the song? Are you sick of us tweeting about it every time you score? I mean, is it something you've had to kind of deal with your whole life?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's pretty funny, to be honest. But I think one game there, we were on the bench and it came on after I scored, and one of my teammates looked at me. They're like, "You listen to that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can hear that. It's pretty funny." So yeah, no, it's pretty cool to see that stuff on Twitter and on Instagram and stuff. So I think I just kind of growing up with it, and it's been there my whole life. So I think it's pretty cool.